Good day, good day, good day, good day, good day. How are you? This is your brother Jose in the building, just coming on to tap in with you guys to see what's up. So I'm gonna drop the link in the chat like I normally do. I was supposed to have Wavy on, but I don't know. Maybe he'll jump into the chat. Hopefully, right? So it's a lot going on with Venezuela and how they kidnapped the president. So everybody's kind of talking about that. But I guess at the end of the day, we have to wait a little bit to see what's going on with that. So I'm supposed to have a debate on the 25th with Jashu on DMG's platform. So you guys can tune into that. If that happens, you guys can tune into that, right? So at this time, I'm gonna go ahead, look into my bag, and see what we got. Let's see what we got. So Smash went into this a little bit before. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna go through this book, The Rock Tombs of Mier. Right. By F.L. Griffith, right? The Temple Chapel of Pepi on the middle son of Sebek-hotep and Pekher Senret, right? So, yeah, thanks for tuning in for sure. So let's get into it. I don't know how much of the text I want to read for you guys. But let's go ahead. Right. Link is in the chat. Right, so you guys can come in. Right, so this is part 4. The Rock Tombs of Mier, part 4. I read that already. So this is just going through some of the plates here and some of the titles. I don't think all right. So I have a lot here to unpack. So you can tap in anytime you want, people. This is just going through some of his titles in different places. So we're not gonna read all that because when we get into the book, we'll actually see that. Now, a description of the chapter. I don't think we want all of that either. So let me go ahead. All right. Good day. See a man in the chat named Hater. So get him out of here. Okay, for sure. Right. Yeah. Give me a second. Give me a second, people. I'm gonna put you onto the book. For sure. Let's go here. What's up? What's up? What's up? So I think wrong thing. Sorry. We're gonna start to screen share. We're gonna get into the Rock Tombs book up on the screen there. Right. So we got some. Right. So we don't want that. Right. So what's it saying here? Some Medu Nature graffiti in forecourt. So I guess when they say graffiti, right, they mean some you know, some random writings, I guess. Right. So these are some of Pempi Ank's titles right here as we see. It's a lot here to unpack. So see these different titles here, different Medu Nature going on there. So let's see how much of that we could read because there's a lot to unpack. These are some of his titles here, right? But this is a lot to unpack. So let's go. These are more of his titles. Right? Just Medu Nature. They would have explained it in the first part. So that's a lot to unpack. We're not going into all of that right now. Right. More titles. Right. So let's go down more and see what we have here. Right. So, right. Right. More Medu Nature. We go again. Some more titles. Smash went over some of this already, so let me see if I can find something simple for us to go over. So we see orphan scene here. Inscriptions on facade. There, right? So, see, Hotep Dini suit. That. Let's go back again, see what else we have here. Right. Give me a second. Right, I read Harkuf already. Oh, wrong one. Nope, don't want that one. Here's what I think I'll do. Let me do this. Let me just go ahead. Stop sharing that. Go to my YouTube and bring up some of my videos. Give me a second. I'm going to YouTube there. Go to my page. And promote my own videos. Why not? Not that one, not that one, not that one. Just give me a second, people. Ah, damn it. Come on. Give me a second, people. Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, damn it. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me see. This is one here about the doctrine of a Menem hat. So I'm going to play the video. Go ahead. Share my screen. This on the screen is a document from the TLA called the doctrine of Amenemhat according to the text corpus. So we're going to read that tonight as much as we can. I don't know exactly how many pages it is, but we're just going to read how many pages it is. But we're just going to how many pages it is. Right. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just drop the link in the chat. So if anyone is interested in coming in, text, this is it here. Certainly join. Yeah. So let's get into it. Anytime during this you want to join, it's not a problem. So we're starting at page 1, you have 7 pages. So let's see how far we'll get before I stop. So 2 people in here. Yes, man. Good night, people. Good night, good night, good night. You can just let me know could drop a comment if you like. Let me know you're in the house. So tonight is good. We actually have something, a screen to share my text. Take this up one more. So let's get into it. Beginning of the doctrine which has been written by the majesty of the king of Upper and Lower Egypt, Serheptep Ibra, the son of Ra, Amenemhat, the justified one who speaks to his son, the All-Lord, in the disclosure of truth. This says in a vision. But it says teachings, instructions, punishment, right? So I don't know why they put that as doctrine. But let's go back, right? Eren, which means like created by. Oh, they put this created by, like the translate that is written. This is the word majesty, hem, ni, of, Nasut Bidi, Sa, Atep, Ibr, Ra. Sarah, son of Ra, Amen, M, Hat. You see this and this here, and these are very similar. So this would, right. Ma'ak, Heru, E. This is justified one. Jadi, who speaks to, that's what it means. Jadi, if he speaks to. Oh, this is, what's this word? Whippet, which means to open. Have you see it there, right? To divide, to open, to judge, right? See it there. Let me show you guys can see. Right? To open. Ma'at, which is truth, right? Who speaks to his son, O Lord. Because it says Sa, his son the Nebecha, which I don't know if that's right, but appearing as, remember they're saying this is in a vision. I don't know how, but they know how. So they're saying this is a vision that he's having, apparently, I guess to get some instruction. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, people. Give me 1 second. Yes, Joel. Yes, Joel. Give me a second. I'm coming here. Again. For it to be shining. Yes, 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 yes. See, ha, something like that. Or something like that. As natural. Listen to what I will tell you, that you may rule the land, that you may rule the shores, and that you may attain. Right. So they make it seem as if he's talking to his son. Right? So Sejong, listen to Jed T. They say that means to tell. The E, U. That's right. To listen, Suteni. That you may rule Suteni. Suteni means ruler, you. No, wait. So people, as you can see, this is me talking. So I'm just replaying the video. Suteni means what? King. Right. So you rule as king the land. And Hecate rule, you rule the shores. Let me see what the word actually is. Ibdi, the shores. Right? I want to get it right. That you attain an excess of perfection. Yeah, you will make you, or you make shawu, increase surplus, right? See the word here? Shawu. Excess. Like on perfection or of perfection. Beware, literally, pull yourself together, especially from the seventh staff. You did not get anything, and whose cunning was not thought about. All right. I'm not going to go through the middle lecture because I don't think I need to do that. Do not approach them if you are alone or in your loneliness. Do not trust a brother literally. Do not fill your heart with a brother. Don't know a friend. I don't recognize anyone as a friend. Don't create confidants. It is of no use literally. There is no completion of it. You should sleep in such a way that your own heart keeps watch for you. Because a man of rank has no followers on the day of misfortune. He gets no help, literally. That you sleep is because so how long this is. I don't want to. I don't like I don't like to go too long. We're 12 minutes in. So okay. I have given to the poor. I have brought up the offering, or brother to success. I have allowed the polls. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yes. Stop sharing that one and go to another video. Give me a second. I'm gonna go to another video for you guys. So this is one here. Look, I have a Brother Kalam, so I'm gonna play a little bit of that for you. Let me steal that, Kalam. I was just gonna steal that.
Yeah.
I can still give you an hour, yeah? But my war cry is cuckoo. That's the hood war cry. You need to learn that one. But he in trouble. Cuckoo, the homie's gonna come running from Brickshire because I think we live in a place called Brickshire or some kind of shire.
Yeah, that's that Trini vibe right there.
Yeah, man. So, talk to me. What do you feel like talking about, Kalam? Because I can't share my screen, so I've been talking people into a coma.
Okay. Anything. I'm down for it, whether it's my symbolisms and stuff like that. It's nice, but it's not authentic. Like, I think it's actually, in terms of practicality and helpfulness, when you become part of like certain organizations and societies, yeah, you be like, oh, okay, cool. Okay, because you're now getting it from the source. You're like, okay, cool. I see where my man got it from. Oh, you got it from there too. Okay, I see where you got that from. So, you know, but when you don't know the information and the only point of contact is the secondary organizations, you'd be like, oh, like, these men are on next level. Truly, just working up people's information.
Okay, so I've really never studied Rosicrucian, so you clearly have had some interaction with way more than
like so growing up, I was a member of all these organizations.
Really?
Organizations. Of course.
That sounds interesting. So if I was to say, as far as the accuracy and knowledge of the language, the culture of Kenya, would you rate them as being accurate, or would you say they kind of like a weirdo fringe white thing?
No. I rate them. So I would never like talk down on it, because in terms of like mysticism or spiritual practices, they've got some very good spiritual practices, 100%. They don't teach anything to do with the language or anything like that, or proper Egyptian culture.
Give me 1 second. There's someone in the background.
Yeah.
I want to Chris, turn on your camera for me, because I'm not sure who that is. Oh, okay. No problem. You can turn the camera, but I just want to make sure it's you. I will bring you in now. This is a good brother to come in. This is Brother Chris Withers. I'm sure you're familiar with the brother, right?
Kalam, what's up, man?
What's up, King?
Right.
Good.
So, as you were saying, you wouldn't suggest that we searching for proper comedic knowledge. You wouldn't say join Rosicrucian. You wouldn't say that.
No, like for proper comedic information, I wouldn't say Rosicrucian is where it's at. If you're looking for like spiritual, mystical information, that is, I don't want to say masquerading, but it has some symbolisms and stuff like that. It's nice, but it's not authentic. Like, I think it's actually, in terms of practicality and helpfulness, it is helpful. But in terms of if you want to get back to the roots of ancient Kemet, it's not.
Okay, so Chris, are you familiar with the Rosicrucian Society at all? Because I know you're very knowledgeable, man. So you could let me know if you.
Yeah, man. I dabbled back in the day.
Nah, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris Smithers can't be a dabbler,
Oh,
man.
man.
No, Chris.
Hey, man. I mean, look, we're talking back in the 90s, man. Like, we ran across Dr. York's the first time. I didn't stand it long, though, because I found out that they really weren't, well, I can't say what they really weren't doing, but I just think they weren't following, trying to find out, learn about the Kemetic culture via an African perspective. So I just, it's cool. I got some stuff out of it, then I left.
Well, let me say here, shout out to Baba Ruth's family, because he died about a month ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He died about 3 weeks ago. He died.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Jabari and the other brother from the Temple of Anu were doing some dedication to him, man.
Yeah.
Going to the ancestors, bro.
Hey.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah, man. And if you hear Jabari talking about it, man, I could have cried.
Yeah.
Look. Chris and Altera now.
Yeah, it came up. It came out of nowhere, man. Yeah, I didn't expect it. It came out of nowhere. I mean, I'm sure he probably was sick before that, but they kept it. I think they kept it private for a while.
Yeah, man. But what they're saying is that basically is the man who was single-handedly responsible for the Kemetic movement in the United States.
Okay.
That's the man who pretty much brought it in 50 years.
Yeah,
I would doubt it. Yeah.
The man was
right. He was before Infudician, right? He's before that group, right?
I think he might be introduced. He's elder by a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
oh man, you just Oh.
He's made some good.
Oh yeah, I seen it. Yeah, he made Tazariak a nice shield.
Yeah, but Tazariak was showing that chain off. Each of the links of that chain is a 6-pointed star.
Oh, I didn't see that. Damn.
Yeah,
wow.
Tazariak was showing. Yeah, Tazariak loved that chain. He was showing that chain off. He showed that each of the links is a 6-pointed star.
Well, I know he was definitely a master with metal. He could definitely work metal. I knew that.
And it makes a specific note. He was a musician. All kinds of things.
Yeah, Joe, check it. He was the one who started putting clicks in.
Yes, yeah. You saw that?
Hey, listen, this is so like I need to sometimes process this one, bro. So what's the community like out there? Like what's going on? Like what are they saying?
Whenever you hear him speaking Medu naturally, he would like roll his tongue, do clicks.
Yeah.
He was singing.
Yeah, I don't know much about. I don't know about theirs, but they seem to be doing their own thing. They don't seem to be on YouTube a lot.
Start to teach. He said, "Nah."
Man.
He said, nah.
Calling, man. That's not my calling.
Are you here?
That's not. That's not my calling.
I gave Chris a name.
This guy. Look at this.
Emi Medunecha. That's his command name from now on. So when you see him, you have to call him Emi Medunecha.
Ew.
The trend seems to people want to jump over stuff really quickly.
Guilty.
And I can't deal with it.
Guilty, Chris. I'm the serial window jumper outer. Wrong methodology kid.
Nah, yeah, I'm a methods dude, yo. I'm really dopping numbers.
They're tired of telling me that, Chris. I'm doing everything that you're not supposed to do is what I did.
Yeah, man.
Read a grammar book and learn Medunecha from a grammar book, that's a no-no. I didn't know the sign list, that's a no-no. Using the TLA too much, that's a no-no.
Right, because look, some things are non-negotiable, right? You have to have the, and I know you know this already. You know, I know you know this. Some things are non-negotiable, man.
Yeah, I'm the king of no-nos, yes. Kalam is bad, Kalam. It's to the point where I had a discussion with Smash about people being burned alive in Kenya. Your boy pull up a text that wasn't a real text. Was talking hard about it. We spent 2 hours going through the TLA, didn't find nothing literal about people being burned alive.
Yeah.
I felt so bad with it. And I was serious until at the museum website, the museum said.
Kalam, this is what I mean. See, I just heard something, right? Now I know the brother know that everything is not in the TLA. See, you can't do that, man.
No,
you can't do that.
I do, Chris. I do know that, but we do understand that the TLA is pretty comprehensive when it comes to these things. Yeah. So normally when you want to find out something, you could use the TLA in terms of finding out. Chronology is good for that.
Right, and again, I'm one of those people who I know people stay out of TLA, but I think the TLA source, you need to have an amount of background. I've seen people use the TLA to do. I don't think it should be used that way.
I don't think that so far. So I don't think I.
But the people who done it mainly have been like super novice, though. I've noticed like the can't do that, man.
Well, I'm a novice.
No, you got some knowledge, which I mean, people with less, who like with really no knowledge of the language.
Chris, I have basically been diagnosed as a non-functional. How should I say it?
I never said that, so I don't know.
I would say I've been diagnosed as a non-functional reader. I mean a functional non-reader, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Well, my question is, what is the motivation behind actually learning the language?
Me?
Yeah, you.
To be honest, Smash Rockwell used to every day he would be on the show and he used to take texts from St. Andrew's Corpus. And we would go through the text and actually go through the Medunecha and attempt to make the language. And I really couldn't follow along, and I didn't like that feeling. So I read 2 grammar books, and after about a year, I could definitely read Quranic stems. I could definitely recognize those. And I didn't, I learned some Medunecha from grammar books, which is apparently what you don't do.
Yeah. So where do you learn it from then, if it's not from grammar books?
Chris, he's talking to you, no?
No, I think he's talking to you, man. I mean, I can answer, but no, I don't say that. I don't say you shouldn't learn Medunecha from a grammar book. I say you shouldn't try to learn Medunecha exclusively on your own.
Yeah, they told me that 10 times.
Yeah, a grammar book is good.
Don't do that.
I mean, some grammar books are no go, I would say. for learning certain things. Like I think I was telling you, like for example, take Gardner, right? Gardner does a very good job on participles, relatives, nominal sentence forms, but Gardner's Sejameth form is just out of date. So there's better source materials now to do those kind of deep dives.
Well, I read Uncle Ra's grammar book, which I think is a decent one because it actually sources what he's talking about. He shows you actual examples of the Medu Neter on actual walls and things like that, as opposed to just Gardner.
But Gardner does that too, right? Gardner doesn't show actual stele, but Gardner's grammar is essentially written for.
Yes.
But like the 18th dynasty, a lot of this stuff is exclusive 18th dynasty type stuff.
But when you read Gardner's book, I don't think that he shows as much pictures and his sources. I've never read it, but I don't think his sources are as extensive as Uncle Ra. I could be wrong.
Oh no, it's way more extensive than Uncle Ra. Really?
Oh, really? Well, I never.
You compare Alan Gardner to Uncle Ra.
But I never read the book.
I'm not saying Uncle Ra's book is not good. I'm not saying it's not good though, but Gardner's like the go-to. I mean, even Uncle Ra, right, goes to Gardner, right?
I've only read two, and both of them. One was Uncle Ra, and one was Muwatta Ashby.
Now I think his stuff is really, really good for beginners, and I think I was telling you that it's thorough.
See, but the problem I think with Muwatta Ashby is people don't appreciate his translation of the Medu Neter. They don't, people who teach Medu Neter, I think a lot of them don't appreciate his translation and how he teaches the Medu Neter. It seems it's different, and it seems a little. It don't seem right to me. I read it and I was looking at it and I said, I did learn, honestly, to read Stele from the book. But when I'm seeing the translations of it, the translations, I don't know. There's no disrespect to the other, but the translations seem like he might be doing what they look down upon, which is imputing your own personal translations when you're trying to teach people. And that's what teachers don't like. They don't like you to do that.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, though. I mean, translation is kind of once we get the same transliteration, then we can try to reach at and try to understand what the translation or what the transliteration is saying. To maybe try to employ some ethnic and some cultural nuances there to try to get to a clearer translation. You know what I'm saying?
Reality. Transliterations that we have are Egypt. They don't necessarily fit with what the culture would have said, and the pronunciation.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah. No, transliteration has nothing to do with culture.
And the pronunciation is up in the air because apparently they haven't had enough continuous exposure to the language to say that they could.
For Middle Egyptian, I mean, Coptic gives you a good glimpse at what it sounded like. If you go through Coptic. But there are people working on that kind of stuff, though.
But from my understanding, they don't recommend it more in terms of, maybe understanding how the words may have to work with it. But I don't think that they, that using Coptic as pronunciation is something that's accepted in the field.
No, it actually does. It actually is accepted. I mean, Coptic doesn't give you the probably the historically all the way correct pronunciation, but Coptic gives you a great glimpse as to what it probably sound like. I think better than any other. I mean, I wouldn't use Coptic to say Middle Egyptian sounded just like Coptic, but I'll be willing to say, based on what I've learned, that Demotic pronunciation, Demotic, Coptic, and some Late Egyptian, if you look at them, man, they're, except for the script, they sound almost exactly the same.
See, but the thing is this, though. When you deal with Coptic is probably about 50% Greek as far as the lettering is.
Yeah, but again, don't confuse. We have this conversation, right? Don't confuse script with a language. I can write Swahili. I can write Swahili using English letters, but it's gonna sound like Swahili though.
Right, but then we have to understand things. If I'm not mistaken, things like Demotic wasn't that created exclusive?
Superstition part of it, right? I'm not feeling the superstition. Or what I'm calling a superstition.
That we're not really aware of.
Oh yeah, cryptographic text, right? If you're not privy and part of that Scrabble group who had a certain style of writing, that's what made it secret, right? Because if you were a certain school did things a certain way. For example, if you look at the Amduat and then look at the Book of Gates, right? You can clearly see that the artisans, the scribes, had something that was privy only to their.
That is enough of that for the day. I will come back later with another text. If I'm not mistaken, I am 2 away from my 100 goal, I believe. Right. I got 98 subscribers. So I just need 2 more people to pop in there and I will get my 100 goal. So 2 people who are watching, subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. And like, share, and subscribe to the platform. I am 2 away from my 100. So I just need 2 people to subscribe. If you like and share, and I get more than 2 people, I'd be so grateful. So I just want those 2. So come back a little later with something else. Have a good day.